Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More. We're at the small laundromat. We're checking quarters. We're going to talk about another offer we got on the property. It is for sale. We're going to see how much money we made this week. And it's really dirty this week too. So maybe that means it got a lot of use. Who knows? Maybe someone just really dirty was using it. Not sure. So every week we start at the change machine because it kind of gives us an idea of what might be in the machine. So if there's lots of quarters gone, which there is, I know you can't see very well with the camera, sorry, and there's quite a bit of money in here, that's a good thing. So there were quarters gone. I don't know if there's quite as much money in there as we have been getting, but there's a decent amount. And then we'll check the other change machine here too. This one just accepts dollars. We just kind of put it in as a backup machine, and not much in there, which is fine. But I don't know if we quite have as much as we've been having the last few weeks. But the last few weeks have been really good at this laundromat. So it wouldn't surprise me if we had kind of a down weeks. We really haven't had one. And usually this laundromat has tons of up and down weeks. So of course you got to refill this with quarters so it doesn't run out of money. That's very bad. And it was a busy day outside, as you can see. The pool hall across the street is open today, and when it's open, lots of cars are out there. And actually, I think it's the sister of the person who owns the pool hall stopped in to do some laundry, and said they tried to come by a month and a half ago, and everything was broken and not working right. I'm like, oh, that was the day our pipes froze, or the day after our pipes froze. Sorry about that. We were down for a day. But they're super nice, and nice to meet someone else in the town who has a business going. And then it kind of smelled a little bit weird in here. We have these air fresheners that go off every so often, but it is gone. So we'll replace those, have those in the other laundromat as well. And then yeah, before I could collect quarters, it was just crazy dirty in here, so I had to sweep up just a little bit and then later mop and clean up the machine some. And yeah, I won't be sad when this laundromat is sold. I have been having kind of my other guy do that a lot of times because he was working on machines and fixing some stuff, but he didn't have to fix anything this week. So there we go. All right, we'll see what's in the machines. Like I said, the last few weeks have been really good here, relatively speaking. I have another laundromat where we have much more money come in, and it had a really good week. But for this little one, not bad. And these boxes aren't bad, not awful, not absolutely amazing, but they're pretty good for it. I mentioned we had another offer come in. I had an offer on this property a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty low. I'm asking $429,000 for the laundromat with all the machinery and everything in it, the car wash, the apartment, and then the shop too. And so we've had tons of interest. A few people have said they're bringing us an offer. Nobody actually has except for one, and it was pretty low. So they offered, I countered. Didn't hear back anything from them for weeks, so I just assumed it was dead, nothing's going to happen. Then they sent me another offer. Man, there's not much money in that one. I wonder if our lint tray is full here. Not really. I guess people are just not using that one. They really like the upper ones more. So I got another offer from them that was raised by like 20 grand. Still not a very good offer, not something I would accept, but I did counter them again with a nut. I budgeted $1,000, so that was my negotiated. So we'll see if anything happens with that. But it's still, I think it's a good opportunity for somebody in the right situation. And our sales keep going up. And I wonder too, if that's right. Oh, this machine had an error last week that I saw in the video that I forgot to fix, so we'll fix that now. And like I said, I am a certified laundromat repair person. I know how to do that. Boom, fixed. And yes, that is how easy it is to fix these machines 80% of the time. And these Horizons especially are notorious for just glitching and then resetting them and working fine. So, make sure I open those so they can air out too. That's a pretty good box. Now, the last couple weeks before this, we had some issues where, you know, a water line wasn't working right, and our top loaders, we still have a few top loaders, weren't operating. And that's when we had a really, really good week. weeks, and I was wondering if it's because our top loaders aren't working, everyone's forced to use these front loaders, which are $1 more, if that's why our sales went up so high. So it'll be interesting to see how we do this week with the top loaders working again, to see if that changes anything. So maybe it will, maybe it won't. I guess we will find out. So far these boxes are pretty good, but I don't think they're quite as full as they were last week, because last week they were super full. I had some really heavy boxes, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, here are the top loaders. And these got so dirty too. I mean, these are covered in filth from just, like I said, I guess it's been a week since I've been here. But usually they don't get that dirty in a week. If I remember which key is the right key, that helps too. And these are old machines. They're pretty ugly and dilapidated, but people still really like to use them. And they're cheaper than the other ones. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of money in those. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the bucket. And while I was there, quite a few machines were running, and people came and got their stuff they had left all over too. So yeah, there's more in the top loaders than the last few weeks, for sure. So I'm wondering, it's hard to prove this theory, but I just wonder, it almost would make sense to just get rid of the top loaders and just make people use the front loaders. They're better machines, they're more efficient, they wash your clothes better, and they stay cleaner too. They don't take as much maintenance. The car wash, well, it's been doing really good lately. Oh, I need to fix that sign. People ask, how do the people use the car wash if it's out of order? The inner bay is out of order, the outer bay works. So, sorry about the confusion. But the people in the town kind of know what's going on. Now, I personally still getting used to these new locks we put on here. I've been having issues and problems. But I did eventually figure out, oh yeah, that's how it works. So, I was curious to see if we had another really good week in the car wash. It's a little colder today. That's definitely less money than we have been having. So, okay. And then yes, make sure I lock it correctly too. We'll check the vacuum this week. It is a vacuum week. Someone also mentioned, oh, your nozzle is gone on the vacuum. And yes, you're right. I didn't notice that before. But I saw it today. I'm like, look at that. It is. The like nozzle is totally gone. So I don't know if somebody stole that or broke off or where it's at, but I did not see it anywhere. So that's something to consider. People still use this vacuum. And yes, that is one of the more annoying locks in the history of locks, to get locked back again. But eventually, got it here. Then of course, we want to see what we have in this massive amount of money from the vacuum. 30 quarters. Vacuum does not produce a lot. Here's the car wash, which again, definitely was not as much. We've been having like around $100 a week, and this is definitely not that much. Ooh, yeah, that's not even close. That's not even half of what we have been having. So, after that happened, I went and checked it out and figured out our wand was broken. I don't know if somebody broke it or the wind broke it, but you know, you've got your car wash wand, you press the nozzle and it sprays water out of the long metal tube. The metal tube was completely snapped off of the handle. So, we do, I believe, have a backup for that, so we'll try and get that fixed. But that would make sense why the car wash had a lot less money in it, because it's broken. So, anyway, there's our dryer money, which isn't bad. Then we have our top loaders here, which, like I said, is actually more money in the top loaders than we've been having the last few weeks. Yeah, 278, which the more I look at it and think about it, I don't think that's a good thing. I wonder if it's possible for us to get some of our... We have some other Horizons, the front loaders, at my shop, but they're broken. Some of them have issues. I wonder how broken they are, if there's any of those, because it would be nice to just have all front loaders, honestly. Last few weeks we've had like 1,200 to 1,500 quarters. We're not going to have close to that. I wonder if that is it, or if it's just something else. 934. Still not bad. Honestly, that's still not bad for this little laundromat, but it's a lot less than we have been having the last few weeks. And I haven't shown this for a while. I know some people really love to watch the lint traps get cleaned, because my guy's been doing that while I was doing other stuff too. So he's taking care of a lot of the cumbersome stuff that I didn't have to do, and now I'm back doing it again. But again, you can see these lower ones, very little use, very little use. So like, if there was no money in the lower ones, but the lint traps were full, then I'd be like, oh, there's something going on, there's something wrong. But since there's so little lint in here, it just makes me think people don't use them. And then there's a good chance he wasn't even emptying those either, because there was so few, or so little lint in there. And then some of these upper ones, I know some of the customers will also empty them once in a while too. So that's why we leave them unlocked and open. And sometimes these are very linty, and sometimes they're not very linty at all. Like that one was probably just cleaned out a little bit ago. So if we were at my big laundromat, I think it's way more used. Those get done daily. Oh, that one's got bites. That's like a shoelace thing, I think. People, ask me, oh, you must find so much cool stuff in the lint trap. No, very rarely do you find anything cool. Sometimes a dime, maybe. That's about it. Oh, that one's got like someone had like a crazy sweater or something that exploded in this one. You go try to suck up too much stuff at once, it'll clog up the vacuum, so you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, those lower ones just don't get a lot of use. So at some point, you've kind of got to get things set up and be happy. At least that's my opinion. There was our record, which was cool. And there you go. So, $398 total. We collected $328 cash from there, which wasn't bad. Washers were $233, way down from before. Dryers were $120. Dryers weren't even that far down. Dryers were pretty similar. Car wash way down. So honestly, the car wash and the washers what really drove down revenue. We know the car wash had an issue. We can fix that. I'm just wondering if the washers, especially seeing the dryers in the same spot, I wonder if it is because people use top loaders to the front loaders. That could really be the case. And honestly, we'd probably make more money and do better if we just didn't have the top loaders. Even if we didn't replace them with something, just took them out. But that's a tricky one because I know some people like them. So that is the dilemma. But there you go. Still, this week, which was not as good as we have been having, would have been one of our best weeks ever the first year of owning this laundromat. So that's the yeah, I guess not. Well, yeah, pretty close to one of the best. Maybe not, top 5 maybe. So that's interesting. So things are definitely going better. We'll see how things progress this next week. Maybe we'll have another week of data and see how that plays out to confirm or help confirm our theory on the front loaders versus top loaders. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. We'll be back with more videos. If you missed the other laundromat video, that was a good one. Lots of quarters. And of course, we'll have updates on the liquor store, all the flips we're buying, all the other stuff going on too. It's a bit crazy, and I think it's pretty fun. But yeah, a lot of work to do.